I have written a book entitled Winning with People. In your notes, I would like to point you to the thesis as we begin the foundation of how you and I can have and develop great relationships with others. The thesis of the book is very simple, but it's also very powerful. People can usually trace their successes and failures to relationships in their lives. That's an absolute fact. If you would look at your successes or your failures, I would almost guarantee you every time something good has happened to you or every time something difficult has happened to you, you could point it back to some relationship that you've had in life. For example, our successes. In my book on the laws of teamwork, I talk about the law of significance that says one is too small of a number to achieve greatness. And basically what I say in that law is simple. If you and I are going to achieve something that's worthy and worthwhile and is something that is an achievement, I will almost guarantee you it will be done with someone else, not just by ourselves. It's also true in our failures. In your notes, I talk about the fact that 7 out of 10 people lose their jobs because of personality conflicts. Think about it. Think about people that you've had to let go in your office, or perhaps maybe at a time in the past you've had to be let go. I will almost guarantee you it's some kind of a personality conflict. I have a minor degree in counseling, and I've done a little bit of it, not a lot. But I can tell you this. If you're sitting down counseling people, almost all the time, it's in some area of relationships. Somebody's struggling with somebody, somebody's having a difficult time with someone. It's almost always a relationship issue. In your notes, Kim Hemphill said this: with all the emphasis on improved education in America, you might think knowledge is the greatest asset for vocational success. The Carnegie Foundation discovered relational skills are far more important if you hope to succeed at work. Their study found that only 15% of a person's success is determined by job knowledge and technical skills. 85% is determined by an individual's attitude and ability to relate to other people. Recently, I was amused by some of the resumes that I saw in Forbes magazine. It was kind of almost like a, can you believe that people would put this on your resume type of an article. And I thought, since this is a relationship lesson, and I've written a relationship book, I thought I would just share with you a few of these resumes. You're just not going to believe them. For example, these are real resumes, okay? People applying for real jobs. People saying things like, it's best for employers if I don't work with people. Now, there's one to hire, isn't it, huh? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, we'll put you over here in the corner and you'll never see anybody. We don't want to have people involved in your life. Here's another one. The company made me a scapegoat, just like my previous employers. Absolutely. I'm the scapegoat. Here's one. Note, please don't misconstrue my 14 jobs as job hopping. I have never quit a job. One more. I love this one. References? None. I've left a path of destruction behind me. The book is entitled Winning with People, Discover the People Principles That Work Every Time. Now, when you look at that book and you realize that I say discover the people principles that work every time, I didn't say, and I want to make sure you understand it, I didn't say discover the people principles that work every time for everybody. I didn't say discover the people principles that work for others every time. I did say discover the people principles that work for you every time. Because, two things in your notes, these people principles will help you better understand others. And two, they will help you better understand yourself. The result, the daily practice of these people principles will improve your people skills with everyone. Note, I did not say everyone would like you. That's impossible. You see, we cannot always determine how others will respond to us. We can always determine how we will respond to others. So therefore, note, when I respond correctly to you, I win. That's what these people principles will teach you. They'll teach you how to respond correctly to others. When others respond correctly to me, we win. What I'm concerned about is not how other people relate to you. I'm concerned about how you relate to others. A long time ago, I learned that I cannot control the actions or the reactions of others. But if I understand people correctly, and if I have good people skills, I can control mine. And I can determine not how they feel about me, but I can determine how I feel about them. In fact, one time I shared with someone, I said, I have no enemies. And they looked at me and said, well, how could you have no enemies? Being a leader like you are and a strong leader and building organizations, you've got to have a lot of people that aren't happy with you. I said, oh, no, I didn't say a lot of people were unhappy with me. I have no enemies. See, how you treat me, that's your choice. How I treat you, that's my choice. If you don't like me, that's your choice. I'll still choose to like you. Too many times, we underestimate the power of personal choice. And when I talk about how these people principles will help you to win with people, what I know is if you have the right attitude with the right relationship skills and the proper understanding of people, you will always win. In your notes. In life, the skills you use and the people you choose will make or break you. I've divided the people principles in this book according to 5 critical questions that we must ask ourselves if we want to win with people. Number 1 is readiness. Are we prepared for relationships? Number 2, connection. Are we willing to focus on others? 3 is trust. Can we build mutual trust? 4, investment. Are we willing to invest in others? And finally, number 5, synergy. Can we create a win-win relationship? I want to talk to you first of all today about readiness. Are we prepared for relationships?